Hey, it's that time of the year again. This week, the Lego Ninjago Movie turns 4 years old, and this was a very interesting development for the franchise. It was very controversial, but it also shaped the series in huge ways. So as we do every year, today we reflect on the legacy of the Ninjago Movie. Hey guys, welcome back for this year's version of this video. This year I want to organize my thoughts a bit more, so here is kind of like a table of contents for what we'll be discussing. First off, the opinions. This movie came out during a time when I became less interested in Ninjago, and I never saw the movie until a year after it came out. I've only seen it once, and that was the only time, so I don't really have strong opinions on this movie. That being said though, I thought this movie was just okay. To me, it didn't really feel like Ninjago, but even as a Lego movie, it was just overall pretty weak. It's definitely my least favorite of the four, which is disappointing, because I love Ninjago, obviously. I think a rewatch could change my mind, but honestly, I don't plan on rewatching this movie anytime soon. As for other people's opinions, well, this movie definitely had a mixed reception. A lot of fans really disliked it, thought it had ruined Ninjago. Critics disliked it, but for different reasons. And of course, there were a lot of people who liked it. This movie was never really universally hated. It seems now, 4 years later, more people are definitely starting to warm up to it. Moving on to section 2, the facts. This movie was not the best financially performing for Lego. The budget was $70 million, it made $120 million. So in profits, that's $50 million, which sounds really good, but apparently it isn't. The other 3 Lego movies made more money than this one did. As for the critics, this was definitely consistently the worst rated movie of the 4. If you look on sites like Rotten Tomatoes, you see this is in the 50%. The other 3 are all in the 80 or 90 zone. As for impacts on the show, well, the most obvious change was the redesigns. For some time, the show was really trying to attract movie viewers, and so they did end up bringing back Garbage because of the movie. But what never made sense was, well, the movie has a young audience, but seasons 8 to 10 were ramping up in maturity. My theory is that the true product of the movie isn't season 8, but season 11. In order for the post-movie show to survive, Wild Brain was always going to happen, and the Oni trilogy was a send-off for the old era. The movie set off about 2 years of change, and I think at least some change was necessary. Season 7, in my opinion, was awful, and it was time for something to change. Our last topic today is the possibility of a sequel, which is probably not going to happen. First off, as we discussed, on its own, the Ninjago movie didn't do the best. But even if it did, it seems like for now, Lego movies are done. The Lego Movie 2 didn't do too well either. Would I even want a sequel though? Absolutely. It doesn't matter that the first movie was mediocre. A second could be better. I think the ideal villain for a sequel would probably be Chen, just because he is a pretty goofy villain even in the show. But yeah, that is our reflection on the Lego Ninjago movie. Certainly an important step in Ninjago's journey. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone and everyone you know. Share your thoughts on the Lego Ninjago movie in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.